All right, Brian here, and we're at PAX West 2019, and I'm here with Riley with System Era Softworks, and they've made a game called Astroneer, and this is one that I think really will work with our type of an audience that listens to our game, because it is a form of survival. But so this game has been in early access. When did this originally come into early access to where the public started playing it?
So it came out on early access December 2016. We just released in February of this year, 2019, our 1.0, and kind of have been updating it ever since with free updates.
Very good. And one thing that they just announced, I mean, within the last hour, I think, they announced that they're coming to the PlayStation 4. And so this is something that before it was on Xbox and it was on PC. And so if you had a chance to play this, if you've seen it, that's what it was on. But you're now going to have the opportunity to play it on PlayStation 4. So what do you think that's going to do as far as the experience for people? Are you expecting a lot more players from this?
Yeah, so we were super excited about doing the PlayStation 4 announcement because we have 4 million players right now with Xbox and PC. So we're really excited to share that kind of fervent fan base with like the large PlayStation audience. And the game runs super well on PlayStation 4, so we've been doing optimization for it, getting it kind of going. So it kind of lends this kind of whole new experience players can get with that console, and we're really just jazzed to kind of share it with a way bigger audience too.
And this game, it's a random generation. It's voxel based, so you're able to go in and really manipulate the terrain. There's a lot of mining, building. It's going from planet to planet. One thing I did ask him is, what's the difference between this and No Man's Sky? Because No Man's Sky is one that has some similar concepts, but I think this one stands apart. So what do you say to the differences between those two?
Yeah, so for a game like ours versus No Man's Sky, they're both awesome games. We love No Man's Sky. For Astroneer, it's more about your kind of interaction with a solar system rather than a big giant galaxy, where No Man's Sky, it's all about exploring a giant world where you kind of hop from planet to planet. We want you to kind of have an intimate relationship with your planets and kind of really get to know them. So if you want to dig a hole through a mountain to build like kind of a tunnel to and from like a mining site to a base, you can. So it's all about sticking around, kind of really making a home out of your planet, or planets really. So it's all about exploring a single solar system that you really get to know and kind of build a home on.
And that's one thing that, from the beginning when I first heard about this game, people just would say the game is so much fun. And it's very beautiful as far as the way that it looks when you're running around, and it's just very comforting, I guess, is the feeling that I get when I'm playing the game. One thing I noticed, though, is this, as you said, has a lot of building and things. There's a lot of customization. You're actually working with the terrain that you don't really get in No Man's Sky. Not to make them a focus, but the difference is in No Man's Sky, you maybe will dig for one thing just to get that one item that's in the ground there. With this one, it feels like it's you're making it your own. I mean, similar to like a Minecraft type of a feel. You're really able to customize and build to where you actually will plant your feet and be like, hey, this is kind of my area. I've made this. One thing you guys have done is this year you've got some recognition. I mean, you came out in 2016. You came out in February of this year, 1.0. Now you've gotten a lot of recognition. What are some of those awards that you've received?
Yeah, so it's just starting to be kind of award season for video games, but we've already got 1 South by Southwest Gamers Voice Award and 7 Webby Awards for kind of best adventure game, best kind of multiplayer aspect, or best art design. So we kind of got a lot of things going for us right now.
And you mentioned multiplayer. This is a 4-player co-op. Now, he did tell me that there is going to be dedicated server support coming, so that's something you can keep an eye on. I think that'll be very interesting for the type of things that maybe people can build. And so this game, what's the price point on it?
So it's $30 on Steam and Xbox, and then November 15th, it'll be $30 on PlayStation 4 as well.
Very good. And that's something that this game has a lot of replayability. So a lot of times people will get a game and they'll be like, I don't know about the price, but if you're willing to put the time into it and really figure out and learn the game and dig deep into it, I mean, that's an excellent price point. That's something that we've actually talked about on our podcast quite a bit. Like, what's a good price for a game? And that's that price point that we keep mentioning, is games need to be the $30 range, and for people to pick it up and feel like, man, I really got my money worth out of that. So definitely check it out. Astroneer, we'll be talking about it more in the upcoming episodes of the podcast. But thank you very much, guys, for coming and checking us out. Hopefully, if you have a chance, go check out. I'm sure they're on YouTube. Go check out their website, on Steam, and soon be on PS4 Marketplace. So check that out, and we'll get more interviews here at PAX West 2019.